I'm Gaz, and this is Let's Play Conan Exiles, The Age of Sorcery. So I've been playing this game pretty much since beta. I've got like almost 1,000 hours in it. And they just released version 3, which changes a significant amount of the game. And so I figured, I know this game pretty darn well. Why not actually turn it into a Let's Play instead of spending just more hours pointlessly doing stuff? And no, we don't need to do that. We need to get you away. There, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna play Conan Exiles. I guess I can go through the journey. Okay, so first of all, I've adjusted many settings because this game is not actually designed for single player. They have done quite a bit of focus on the multiplayer aspect of this, to the point where there's some things that I'm probably going to have to adjust behind the scenes to be able to actually play and beat some of the end bosses by myself, because they're not single player friendly. I do not have any mods on right now, and that is mostly because usually when there's a major version update to the game, it breaks all the mods, so I will be waiting to see what the game has replaced and offered. Some of the mods that I usually use, like pickup, apparently are no longer necessary because you can just do that now. Anyway, so there's this Exile's Journey, which is kind of a tutorial, kind of a story. It's really difficult to do this in order. As you can see here, each chapter unlocks, so you have to do everything in a chapter first, and then you can get to the next part. I really hate this because they've screwed it up. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you will unlock before you're actually ready. So, like, these texts that are here will change to read differently once you've completed the task, and so things will unlock down here and you won't have gotten to read the first thing. It's kind of a nitpicky thing that I absolutely hate, and I wish they would actually change it for the better. Anyway, for the first few chapters I'll read through some of this stuff, try and do everything in order, but then I'm just gonna play it because otherwise, my god. Anyway, so basically, story is that we are an exile. I'm skipping the opening credits. We have been left in the desert at the edge of the exiled lands, and Conan came by, took us off a crucifix, rescued us, and now here we are in a dangerous place. You can sense it, like a stag senses the stalking hunter on the wind. You are in no state to fight large or dangerous creatures. Even a well-fed human would be a match for you in your current state. You decide that climbing away from danger might be your best course. You flex your fingers and look around for something that might be climbable. Okay, so first things first, we're going to go over here. We're going to climb this obelisk-looking thing because I can. Hooray. You finish climbing and smile grimly to yourself. No matter what comes your way, you can at least try to climb away from it. And we are now in the broken highway. Alright, what comes next? Drink. Well, not that yet. Let's do 5. Find signs of intelligent life. Loneliness is not something you are accustomed to. For days, as you hung from the cross, you were a prisoner inside your own mind. And then your liberator came and freed you from the cross, before abandoning you once again within the wasteland. You're alone again, but perhaps amongst this sea of windswept dunes, there are others. Oh yeah, another major component of the game here is that you'll notice I have a bracelet on. That bracelet keeps me in the exiled lands. If I come up on this dune here, I might be able to see it. We are bounded in by mostly game design constraints, but the story is there's a curse wall around the exiled lands. We cannot cross it or we will die. And so the whole premise of at least the exiled lands is that we are looking for a way to get rid of it and leave the exiled lands. But anyway, so this first thing here, this big green obelisk.
Behold, bonded one, the very boundaries of civilization. Beyond the passage of our highways lie the wild places of the world, where untamed savages make endless war upon each other. You cannot pass into the endless wastes enslaved. Your bonding prevents it. Return. Follow the road. Any road. All roads lead to the city.
Right. The mysterious voices of the obelisks. I won't spoil what that's all about just yet. Right now I'm collecting. we have water. And
I am beaten, left to rot among the ruins of the past. There are others here, slaves, bandits and cannibals, exiles from lands I've never heard of. Some of them try to scrape a life from the wasteland, scrabbling in the rocks and sand for their own place. I cannot go on. The life that I left behind haunts me. The sun of the glittering spires of Belverus has forever denied me. The smell of my daughter's hair. I will pass the ghost fence, and this cursed land will finally end me. To whoever reads this note, I leave the last of my water and this message. Stranger, you have my pity. You do not know how cursed you truly are.
I've got some stones here. I've also turned off the music. If you like the Conan movie, the Schwarzenegger one, the music is very similar and is very good, but it is also probably going to get me copyright strikes, so we've not done that. Also, now I've picked up water, so we can drink. We can by your wounds. Oh, wait a minute. Did I read some of this stuff? You finished climbing, smiling grimly to yourself. Okay. It doesn't matter that whoever left that note is long gone. It is enough to know that others have passed this way in the past, and God's willing, will again in the future. You are in exile, but you are not alone. Oh, let's do this one. Your hands ache, sore knuckles, bloody palms, and the ragged holes torn in your flesh by iron nails. As weapons, they are less than formidable, but you have a backup, the simple kick. You know you can use it to keep your enemies on the back foot and give you the distance you need to escape. You snap off a few air kicks, feeling satisfied with the feeling as your legs hammer through the air, the weight of your body behind it. Beware the mighty kick, and then we can dodge. You're still concerned about the diminished capacity of your body to avoid threats and damage. While on the cross, your muscles spasmed uncontrollably due to the strained positions in which they were held. Now freed from those constraints, you feel stiff and sore. Your concern is that if something knocks you down, you will stay down. You need to practice your tumbling, rolling, and returning to your feet quickly. Your momentum carries you back to your feet, and you smile despite the pain. That felt good, and you know it will be very useful. Drinking. Weakened by your wounds and in desperate need of time to heal, you find yourself confronted by even more basic needs. The water shared by your mysterious rescuer has long since been absorbed by your parched body. Your tongue rasps dryly against the inside of your mouth. You must find water. You have no other choice. So we'll just use this, get up to 100%. Despite your wounds and the abuse that your body had received while on the cross, you managed to find and drink some water. Battle for survival in the exiled lands will be a long one, but in this skirmish you are the victor, and we can eat as well. As the pain of crucifixion recedes, a new pain sets in, hunger. Not the pain of going without a meal or two, but the deep gnawing ache of your body slowly devouring itself. You have not eaten for days, and now you need to find something to eat. Anything. And we happen to have it right here, some grubs. In fact, if we look at the info, it even says, to the starving, a handful of insects can be enough to stave off hunger for a while. Unfortunately, it only does 1 point, so I'm still in need of food, but at least we have it now. You barely remember whatever it was that you ate. It doesn't matter. What matters is the pain in your stomach has receded, for now. Hunger is truly the best sauce. Alright, what else can we do here? Clothe yourself. The heat of the desert sun is merciless, and it beats down upon your head with vicious savagery. Without even the most basic clothing, you need to clothe yourself before heat stroke, insanity, and death set in. Okay, I have enough plant fiber here, so let's just go ahead and make me... Apparently my shoes didn't do the thing here. There we go. Amazing how quickly we managed to weave that together. Coarse clothing offers very little protection against fang or claw, but it does provide a measure of relief against the burning sun. You wove yourself some rudimentary clothing from the strands of fibrous plants and ensured your ongoing survival just a little longer. What else can I do here? I guess I can make a tool. You studied the calluses on your hand and conclude that if you're going to be pulling up plants and gathering stones, you'd best be effective about it. Besides, you aren't sure what manner of creatures you are sharing this place with. There is always something reassuring about the heft of a tool in your hands. Well, we have 4 right here, so let's just make 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we'll even go ahead and make an improvised torch. Rearrange these to my preference. Alright. Crafted tool. You smile grimly and bounce your tool against the palm of your hand. There is something beautiful about the act of creation. There is something even more beautiful about using your creation to smash something. Alright. Use a bed or bedroll. Slay. Life returns slowly to your aching muscles. Every step is a misery of aches and pains, but you are here. You are alive. And as that thought arrives in your mind, a slow burning anger fills you. You were taken from your home and left to die on a cross in a place you have never seen before. Taken from everything you knew and left on a cross for the vultures. You are gripped by the sudden inexplicable urge to kill something. Alright, we're gonna have to go a little ways before that can happen. And a bat. And a body. And a book.
Gods curse this sandstorm. We were forced to take refuge before the wind scoured the skin from our faces. There is something in the storm. Beasts. We hear the skittering of their paws outside the ruins, and their howls mingled with the screaming winds. The men are scared. I've put them to work crafting rudimentary weapons and torches from the loose stones and rough plants that dot this place. I've yet to meet a beast that liked fire, or the bite of the axe.
Yeah, his body's just up here. So, it feels like they changed the running. Like, the camera has always had this sort of over-the-shoulder, off-centeredness, but it feels like they moved it even more to the left. So now you can't run in a straight line, and it's kind of weird. Anyway, as we continue running north, because we are heading towards what I feel is the best beginner spot, just for centrality of resources and whatnot. But we're also going to come this way because it leads to one of the first story elements here that we will find. And I gotta find some food because a little camp spot up here and a note.
When my father died, I knew they would be coming for me. It was only a matter of time. What I didn't expect was this. To be crucified and left to rot on the edge of a wasteland that I have never seen before. It makes sense to me that the cowardly fools that they sent to do the job would not have the courage to kill me. They are mongrels, the cast-off bloodlines of slaves and commoners, and such as they do not dare to spill royal blood. Instead, I was bound hand, foot, and mouth, and smuggled out to gods know where. They left me for the vultures, but I was rescued by a man. Such a man. Clean-limbed and bronze-skinned. I have never seen his like in the cities of Shem. He came to me as I hung from the cross, and his icy blue stare was a challenge. Did I dare to live? Now I crouch at the edge of this wasteland, once a daughter of princes, now a nameless exile in an unfamiliar land. The shaft of the double-bladed axe that he gave me is a comforting weight in my hands. The answer is yes. I will live.
And here, some water. Let's go ahead and fill up this water skin. Alright. Rasma is a major character in the story of the Exiled Lands. You can track her journey on the map. There it is, the White Rabbit! Okay, so I've, like I said, played this for years and 1,000 hours. I have never seen this rabbit before. I do not know if this is something new that they added in. It is not always here because I've started just a few times to see what is new and all that. And sometimes it spawns here, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what this is. When you kill it, it's just like any other rabbit. I cannot pick it up. I know that I think it's on the island of Sipta. There's supposedly an Easter egg where you get like the Monty Python killer bunnies. So maybe that's what this is, and this is just some weird spawn. But yeah, so I have no idea. I have no idea what that is. Anyway, so we're here now. Right. So I just killed a bunny. Slay. Blood drips, your fists ache, but for now the fire of your anger is dimmed. Your future looms before you, and it is blood, death, and the endless cycle of survival. Probably a good idea to get a weapon, yeah. But we also have this. Use a bed or a bedroll. Pain has made your mind foggy. Days spent in horrible conditions have left your mind dazed, pulled inwards to protect itself. You need to sleep, to make sense of events, to allow your mind to reorder itself around the future. You just need to find a safe location where you can collapse. Now we can easily make a bedroll here. And put it down. I hate that they have made this unviewable. I can't see where it is now, so we'll just plop it down right here. Okay. Your mind feels refreshed and restored, despite the aching in your muscles. The insights that your dreams provide and the primal vitality the sleep restores will all be important in the days and weeks ahead. Alright, I'm probably not going to read everything, but I'll just read the beginning stuff here. Spend knowledge points. The fog of pain has begun to clear, and you begin to focus on your circumstances. You reject the idea that your situation is hopeless, and instead cast your mind back over everything you have learned in your life about surviving in a dangerous place. You half remember fragments of learning, tidbits dropped here and there throughout your life. If you just try, you're certain that you can put together practical applications for some of these things. Alright, they haven't updated this. The feat screen no longer exists. It's now the knowledge screen. And apparently, because of ancestral knowledge, some things are already unlocked now. Some pretty high advanced stuff is unlocked now, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. But why don't we go ahead and unlock that. Like that. Are we not spending points here? There we go. We gotta spend points to make it work. We'll also need that one, so let's get that too. And we're also going to need that one pretty soon here. And we're also going to need that one. And, I mean, I guess I could unlock this one too. I'll hold on to a few. Anyway, so Journey. It all starts to come back, pieces of knowledge, fitting together in your mind to form a complete picture of how to make things. There's a certain pleasure to knowing things, and knowing that no matter how injured your body, your mind will retain this information. Right. Well, now we need to get a dedicated weapon. Your first encounters are behind you, and you've got through them with a blend of grit and raw natural strength. But the exiled lands are clearly a hostile place, and you're going to need to be more effective in combat in the future. You think it's time to get yourself a real weapon. Indeed. Which I can now make as a stone spear. Do my first one, and I'm going to need to gather some wood. So let's go chop some wood. The running animation feels a lot smoother too. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I have adjusted my gather rate to 10 times, and I have lowered construction costs to 10%, which, frankly, in games like this is, I feel, the only way to play. Otherwise, you'll spend all your time trying to gather resources. While we're at it, let's go ahead and make a campfire. Put that down and put some, where is it? There it is. Put some meat in there. I've also increased crafting time because who's going to want to wait? Certainly not me. Alright, and we will stop. There we go. Take that food. And let's read here. Dedicated weapon. You give your new weapon a few swings, and it moves through the air with a satisfying whoosh. You almost feel sorry for the next fool who tries to kill you. Almost. Eat a filling meal. A life spent eating insects, eggs, and grubs is a life lived on the very edges of desperation. You understand that such sparse foods are useful in dire times, but they're not what is needed to feed a strong, vital body. The thought of rich, juicy meat makes you begin to salivate. You'd better cook it first, though. The creatures around here are probably crawling with parasites. Yeah, well, fortunately, I happen to have some. And there we go. Easy McPeasy. You smack your lips with relish. It's been so long since you have had to fight for your food, you'd forgotten what it was like. Never mind the taste of wood smoke or the charred, overcooked meat. A good meal, hard-earned, is a satisfaction all its own. Shall I... Okay. Let's go ahead and create a home. Wandering and scavenging is good enough when you're clinging to survival by your fingernails, but you realize that you need to start building something slightly more permanent, to keep out of the hazards of the exiled lands, to store and protect the things that you've created, and as a place from which to stage your explorations. This will go hand in hand with finding a shelter. You find yourself worrying about the weather. While on the cross, you saw the great sandstorm sweeping across the north, a moving wall of sand that scoured all in its path. You are certain there are many ways to shelter yourself from it. You simply need to find one of them that covers you fully. Okay, so there's this new thing that they added, and you cannot build anything now except with a hammer. I need that. I will also need to make quite a few pieces of rope. Okay. So you used to be able to do a lot of crafting in your inventory, and now if you want to actually build anything, let's also build a shield too. When did I make that? When did I make another one of those? Wow. Okay. It's gonna get dark here real soon. Yeah, so anyway, we need to open this, and let's do a little house here. You know, I mean, I guess I could put it right here instead. I kind of want to leave myself a little bit of room. You know what, I'll do it here. I thought I'd set daytime levels to be a bit longer. Apparently I did not. I must have done it the other way. I set one of them so that daytime was supposed to be longer and nighttime was supposed to be shorter. Perhaps I got those reversed. Alright. Oh, that'll do. This tree might respawn here, I don't know. Anyway, I just made a home. You've started to build something that provides shelter, protection from attacks, and a place to keep your equipment. Now it just needs to be finished. Indeed. I'm really not sure how I feel about this interface. It's a little bit cumbersome. At the same time, it kind of does help keep things a little bit more manageable, at least inventory-wise, but I don't know. They make so many changes, Funcom does. Well, like the moon, for example, makes no goddamn sense. The sun will rise from over there, and if we look at the map where I'm pointing, that's like south, but where's the compass rose? They're actually what used to be... Pretty sure there used to be something that said that pointed north that way. But yeah, like the sun... So the sun rises over here. The moon rises over here. The moon used to rise where the sun did, you know, like it should. Am I out of material or what? What the hell's going on here? No, I should still have plenty of material. Okay. Oh, shit. I didn't click on the use a torch. You know how to keep the darkness at bay whenever it comes. If you have enough fuel to keep your torch burning, you'll always have at least one ally in the dark. See, this is what I mean. Like, it's so easy to trigger these things that you really just can't keep on top of it. Well, maybe I don't have enough stone. That's a possibility, I guess. Going on here? Oh, because I had it in the wrong... That's obnoxious. I had it in the wrong mode. I had it in remove mode instead. Alright. So now I need to find the roof. Find shelter. Yeah, I definitely put these in reverse. The night should be almost over by now, so I got those wrong. I'll have to fix that later. There. and a door, and it is complete. Now, another thing that I don't like about this is that now, if I want to do something like a chest, instead of crafting it myself, it will now be via the hammer here. I do not know what all else is going to be via the hammer. Okay, there we go. Okay. Find shelter. You now know at least one place that will be safe from you, or for you, during a sandstorm. You might be trading the danger of the scouring sandstorm for the depths of a monster-filled cave or the dubious safety of hiding underwater, but nowhere in the exiled lands is a truly safe place. Where else are we? Store goods. You can't keep carrying everything around with you. You only have so many hands, and the tools and stones and branches and leaves quickly add up. You need something to store your more valuable items in. Whether you make it or steal it from someone else is irrelevant. So we'll just keep some of our story things in there. Oh, actually, you know what? I should probably... Let's do that. Or heaviest first. I don't know. That'll constantly change, and then I'll get all confused. Okay. What else? Scout and exiled. Block and attack. Okay, it's obvious to you that the people you are encountering are not well trained in combat. Whatever your past experience, you can see the obvious flaws in their methods. The way they swing too hard and too often. With a shield, you think you could probably stun them long enough to get in some devastating blows of your own. See, that's supposed to be in conjunction with Scout and Exile camp. There are other people here, you're certain of it. Other exiles left to rot in the desert. What is the common thread binding you all together? Why were you all brought here and left to die? What is the meaning of this bracelet that encircles your arm like a shackle? Perhaps finding other exiles might help you make sense of it. I'm pretty sure we got that wrong. Well, fortunately for me, that's all right over here. We just wandered right past a camp of exiles. Yeah. So, like I said, this island right here, or attached island, this thing right here is a perfect starting spot because it is so close to all of these resources that are in this area. It's close to exiles that we can take as thralls, and if you're doing the purge, I've got it turned off for right now, but I'll turn it on later. There is only one way to come in and attack the base because they do not swim, so they will constantly wander over into here or wander along here. You have a nice little choke point there. Anyhow, let's go try out some combat here. So they must have moved that crocodile because there's usually a crocodile that once you get close enough triggers them. We got a pike. Pike and a hammer. Oof. I hate the pike. It's very difficult to get close to them. Okay, block the attack. Gotta lock on here, otherwise this is gonna take forever. And now there's this third one. Yeah, that one over there. Nothing on you. Okay, we'll take the decoration. Sure, why not? I'm over encumbered, that's why not. I'll drop the rocks. There's plenty of stone. Now, hold on a minute. One thing I am going to look at is now these challenges. They implemented this new thing called a battle pass, which is basically like DLC stuff. I haven't bought it yet. I'm probably going to. It's $10 for enough to get the initial battle pass, and then supposedly you can earn more coins. So what you do is you use real money to buy in-game currency, which fucking I hate, for $10, and then you use the in-game currency to buy a battle pass, and then the battle pass allows you to have access to all these little trickle-down nickel and diming DLC things. There are free ones, so you don't actually have to pay any money for it, but supposedly, once you've paid that amount for a battle pass, which I guess is like a seasonal thing, and I don't know how long a season lasts, but you can get enough coins in rewards to then buy the next one. So theoretically, the hell was that? Theoretically, you can just buy it one time for $10 and then get it perpetual. And like, oh, there you are, you bastard. There you go. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and skin it. Oh, that was a journey step too, wasn't it? See, skinning knife. Alright, well, whatever. And we've skinned corpses. Okay. Well, now we'll drop the wood. Yeah, so anyway, what I was doing was I was looking at the challenges, because you complete these challenges and then it gets you experience to build up the levels, which I will probably do a lot of this off screen. This is very easy to complete when you just go straight into admin mode and then you just kind of cheese the system. Anyway, so yeah, it's like we gotta skin some corpses here to make this work, which is very iffy, and that gives me very heavy shit here. Oh God, when I split the they changed the key bindings. I guess I just have to hit that. There used to be a shortcut for that. Oh boy, we're still overloaded. Oh, that's because I got this stuff. Alright, well, in that case, let's go to, let's see. Perform a heavy finisher. This weapon will not allow me to do a heavy finisher. I need some rocks. So let me make a weapon that can allow me to do that. Alright, now let's read what it says first. You've been experimenting with your weapon, how it feels in your hand during each swing, how the rhythm of combat reveals itself in the interplay of balance and counterbalance. There's a light rhythm which inflicts small amounts of damage on the enemy while keeping them off balance, and then there's the heavy, brutal rhythm which batters at the enemy, inflicting grievous wounds, and bringing the fight to an end quickly. Your eyes widen as you understand that the rhythm is the same, and you can switch between them at will, building your own unique style. You need to test this, ending a series of rhythmic blows with a brutal finishing. A heavy finisher. What else do we have? Skinning knife. Sniff the air, then shrug. One of the better things about being exiles, there aren't a lot of people around to smell you after you've skinned something. You wipe your knife and put it carefully away. What else was there? Block and attack. The bone-shaking blow was easily deflected back at the attacker, causing them to stagger and lose complete control. You made note of the opening and the technique for better battles, for future battles, as long as you keep your shield in one piece. And scout an exile camp. You can only feel pity. Driven to the edge of desperation, the men and women you encountered were little more than animals themselves. They threw themselves at you, and you were forced to take action. Is everything in the exile lands hostile? Yes. Yes. Except the rabbits. Okay. Let us... I have not found that yet. Let's grab some bandages. My food has gone down fast, too. I'm going to have to adjust that. Alright, anyway, let's do some fancy flourishing. Alright, and then we can put that away. Oh my god, we can put that away. Get my spear back out. Use a skinning knife. That moved. Weird. Okay. Perform a heavy finisher. The last swing whips through the air with a satisfying whoosh. You are certain the key to successful combat is to chain together your attacks in a way that sets your foe up for that single definitive blow. Woe be to your enemies. Yeah, and so there's a lot of things later. Yeah, they didn't move it. Things like bleed your enemy, sunder your enemy, do whatever, the special effects of your weapons that should be moved up to Chapter 3, because you're going to do those before they unlock. I hate that. I hate the fact that you can't read them all. That's the simplest way to fix this, is just to have them all unlocked already, so that you can read them, and then, you know, once you actually do them, then you can read the text afterward. I do not know why. I do not understand that decision. Anyway, another decision here. Let's see here. Really? Okay. Well, getting a perk and using attribute skills are not here yet. Well, I need this because I need to unlock carrying capacity. So they completely revamped this, and I don't know how to feel about it yet. One of the mods that I used to use was like a level 150 or something like that. The level cap normally is 60, and it does not provide you enough points to max out everything and learn everything here, which obviously I hate. So hopefully the level mod that I used to use will update itself to be compatible, because right now I'm going to be stuck with what I'm using here. Let's put this into expertise. Expertise is good for helping maximum weight. Just go ahead and earn the perk. So now tools lose a third less durability. That'll be good. I may as well also put it in strength. For heavy blows, heavy and special attacks deal 10% more damage. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now we can run. We can grab some of the aloe. That'll be good, because now I can make some healing potions, which are significantly better than the bandages. And that just unlocked another journey point, making a potion. Yeah. See, earning a perk is in Chapter 4. Why? It's one of the first things you can do. It's just, oh my god. Funcom has a problem where they keep adding features. They have terrible feature creep, but they never go back and fix the base of the game. They're always in this forward-looking thing where they just ignore the stuff, and I'm convinced that even though this is version 3.0 now, several years in, there's still going to be a lot that we're going to discover that never got fixed. Anyway, earn a perk. You're certain what you figured out will help you survive for longer, perhaps even give you the edge in crucial situation. It feels good. And obtain a potion. You gulp down the potion and let this effect spread slowly throughout your body. For all you know, it might all be in your mind. It's just nice not to be drinking water for once. Yeah, I guess that was another thing, too, was that let's just use this. They initially had anticipated you would use potions for, like, drinking and stuff. Where'd that guy go? Okay, we got little imps over there, but... Huh. He just disappeared. Yeah. Alright, well, let's get back to over here. Another thing, too, another good thing about this location is that you have access to underwater rocks, and all of this counts as fiber material. So, again, very good for early crafting. What else can I do real quick? Find somebody to talk to. Despite the fact that every single person you've met so far has been hostile, you're certain that somebody out there might want to talk to you. You just need to find them. Now, they happen to be right over here. Yet another fantastic reason to start right here. A little bit further down is another good location for a starter base, I feel, because it is up on rocks that the NPCs cannot get to. The computer cannot get to. It's right over there. So it's pretty protected. Arcos the Wanderer.
Another new one, eh? I can smell it on you. Veterans tend to smell just a little more like despair. I'm Arcos. Once a sailor, now a wanderer. You didn't think you were the only one, did you? You should go up north. There's whole cities of exiles up there. In the beginning, there were only a few of us. But now, it seems like fresh-faced fools are showing up every week. Not all of them are as friendly as I am, mind you. Watch your step. There's a lot of desperate people out there. Bracelets. You can't remove them. Saw one fool cut his arm clean off trying to get rid of it. He bled to death right there in the sand. Nasty business. Leave it on. You'll start to hear the voices soon enough, and then you'll start seeing the ghosts. I don't think the voices are for us. Not for us here and now. I think they were talking to somebody else. Back then. Wherever it was. whenever it was. Those pillars keep us confined here. Some call it the curse wall, or the ghost fence, or just the boundary. Doesn't really matter what it's called, does it? I walked all the way around it once. Had to be careful not to cross it, of course. Once in the north, I saw a few people on the other side, wearing bracelets just like ours. Gems of amber. Makes you wonder.
That is unfortunately something that used to be in the game, but then they changed when they expanded it.
I'm no scholar, but I've met a few who passed through. We all have mad theories about what the ruins scattered around here are. The Murians, Giant Kings, Kari, Elusian Serpent Men. Do those names mean anything to you? Never mind. It's my experience that men who have their minds in the past get eaten by crocodiles in the present. In the beginning, there were only a few of us.
And then he just circles back around.
Desert. Better get used to it. That's all we have.
Yeah, once again, it's nighttime. I gotta fix that. So let's see. If I can just even making a bed isn't here. Alright, well, never mind. I'll just head into the shelter for the night, I guess. But yeah, nice little place, I guess. Well, that is dark. It is adequate, and at least it's got me protected from the sandstorm, which is even better. Let's see. Where do I want to maybe put that? Let's put that right. Wow, really? Got to put it so far down? Right. Now we got to head. Cool. Okay, well, I think that's enough for this first episode. Definitely a lot of explanation, I realize. Not a lot happening, but I think the next several episodes I will just get on with it. And just kind of go around. I mean, I'm mostly interested in just finding out what is new and different. So we will explore all the places that I know of, and we'll just kind of take probably most of the river area and knock out whatever journey chapters I can. Off camera, like I said, I'll probably be doing a lot of this stuff just to build up the challenges. I will probably end up buying the battle pass just to have some of this stuff, all these extras, because it's $10 and I've already bought all the other DLC for like 15 a piece. So I mean, I'm in this for well over $100 by now. But you know, whatever. For me, it's probably worth it. Even though, you know, a lot of this stuff, the modding community for this game has really carried it. And you know, there's some mods from the very beginning that I miss, and that they've just kind of, I don't know, that the modding community and Funcom have a love-hate relationship, because Funcom just they'll take some good ideas sometimes, but then other times they'll just make it completely unplayable. And yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if this battle pass thing is ever going to be a good thing or a bad thing, and just totally screw everybody. But I'm erring on that side, because they made the decision to go fully into monetizing and nickel and diming. But whatever. Anyway, that is not going to have any impact on the Let's Play, hopefully. So I'll end this one here, and I will see you next time.